Today was supposed to be epic day. I plan on waking up early, starting the vlog, and figuring out what I'm gonna do with the rest of the day to like get enough content for the vlog. So I did wake up early. I woke up at 6:45, got up, bathroom, was up for a little bit, and then made the foolish mistake that is nothing except for my own fault to lay back in bed. There was an 8-minute YouTube video I just wanted to watch real quick, which is something I shouldn't be doing in the morning. I should be being productive. I shouldn't start giving myself phone dopamine that early. And I lay back in bed to watch the 8-minute video, and I passed out till 8:30. And I know it's like, oh, 8:30, like that's still early, you still have plenty of the day. But how my mind works, or at least worked in that moment, was I had the plan, I had what I was gonna do, and then when a big wrench gets thrown into the gears like that, my mind is just like, oh, this whole day is ruined, everything's falling apart, I can't do anything right. But I did get breakfast, showered, start my day. Just thinking, my mind's been all over the place. It's been all over the place for like weeks now. What I decided is today we are gonna be doing, even though it's already 1:35 p.m., for the rest of today, we are going to be doing a formulation of a dopamine detox. I've always been someone that subscribed to the mindset and still kind of do of like, motivation comes and goes, and what really matters is the discipline to continue to do things, which is still obviously very much true. But as I've been learning more about dopamine itself, I'm starting to realize how much the chemistry in our brain does affect our motivation. And not even like motivation to go out and film an amazing 10-minute long banger YouTube video, motivation to like eat, or put on your clothes, or get in the shower. My main source of learning so far has been Andrew Huberman. He has an epic podcast on dopamine. He has multiple, but the one I listened to was extra epic. I'm not gonna get too deep into the science this video, but I'm just saying I listened to it, watched the podcast, and I was just like, dang, I could really use some optimization, which is something I'm always trying to do. I'm always trying to optimize myself, and yet ironically I never feel like I'm getting to like the next upgraded version of my character, you know what I'm saying? So today I'm gonna be avoiding the phone as much as possible. No social media, except I need to do an Instagram post, but I'm not gonna like check anything. I just post it, get off. No YouTube videos, no TikTok, none of that nonsense. Mainly gonna be doing like chores. I'm going to train. We're still training in this vlog, don't click off yet, but I think I will end up either going to a different gym or my apartment gym. Not going to Alphalete because one, that would be a lot of social interactions and thus a decent spike in dopamine. Also, I just want to apologize. I'm definitely sure that this video did not come out within a week after the recent one. It's a combination of both mentally being all over the place, but also me always trying to one-up myself with these videos, and the last one was just so packed of stuff. And in my mind, it's like, oh, I gotta match that or better, or no one's gonna watch this video. So it is ironic that today is boiling down to avoiding fun dopamine stimulus. Also, completely contradicting the idea of avoiding big spikes in dopamine. Check this out. The new MacBooks dropped yesterday, and I already had the plan to purchase it. This is a 2014 MacBook Pro, and I've been using this thing for well over 2 years, editing all of my videos and then editing all of James's videos as well. It's on its last legs. That last vlog, the sushi vlog, it crashed 4 times, and then the first time trying to render the video, it failed. But I purchased it yesterday, so yesterday was that big spike in dopamine. Now it's just like, oh, I gotta wait like 20 plus days before I actually get the laptop, so. It took me deciding to do this to realize, oh, there's actually numerous chores that need to be done, and I don't know where to start. But we're gonna start with the living room, so I guess I do know where to start. Hey, we gotta bathe you and fucking de-stink everything in this apartment because of you. Living room is cleaned, dishes are done. I now have to eat lunch at 3. So the idea of today and the whole dopamine detox is that naturally you have a certain dopamine baseline. Dopamine is what, you know, it's considered like a driving factor, a motivational factor to do things. It's associated with pleasure, although it's honestly more about chasing the pleasure than getting the pleasure. So when you do certain things throughout your day, such as initially getting on social media or TikTok, YouTube, or loading up on a dopaminergic pre-workout, blaring your favorite music and going and working out. So my understanding is what these things do is spike your dopamine. So you get this high in dopamine, and then eventually it subsides and it comes back down, but it doesn't come back down to that perfect baseline you were at. It comes down to a new lower baseline because your brain only has so much dopamine at a certain time, so it doesn't have enough to maintain that baseline you were at, so now you're at a lower baseline. It's a very rudimentary understanding, but I think I explained the gist of it pretty decently. So the idea of today is to avoid those things that cause that dopamine spike and thus a lower baseline. In terms of self-improvement, the idea is if I can get a higher baseline of dopamine and I can learn to rewire my brain to release a little bit of dopamine during tasks, during effort, during the work, literally learning to love the process, I could be sailing on a higher baseline. Not music podcast. Eating our lunch at 4:16 p.m. After this, we gotta go over to the Anabar warehouse. So far, things have been going well. I actually prepped 3 more meals worth of meat in that one little cooking bout, which regularly I wouldn't have done that because that just delays me getting to my food.
There you go.
Taking a little pit stop because it's literally right across the street from the Anabar warehouse. This is the old Alphalete distribution center. This was my first ever job when I moved to Houston. Landing this job was the reason I was able to move to Houston. I worked some launches, started doing the returns, and then eventually I did transition over to the gym, but this was the first thing. This was my first job here. It really is crazy to think because now, just the fact that I get to work from home, I get to travel, I get to do my own thing on the side. While this was a really chill, really awesome job, it makes me extremely grateful for what I'm doing now versus working a normal job. Oh, what? You don't care? You don't care anymore? All right. Alright, so, gonna eat this Anabar real quick, and then we have a stinky dog situation to handle. We got the tea for the pre, some salt for hydration and pump and whatnot, and some creatine, which I'm finally starting to take regularly again. Now 6:52 p.m. and honestly, I thought today was gonna be a lot more miserable than it actually was. I definitely feel more high functioning, even though most of the things I've done is just like housework. I'm hoping this video turns out well so I can actually post it and this wasn't just a day wasted of filming.
You like what you see, baby?
But we're gonna drink some tea, head over to my apartment complex gym and hit a shoulder and arm workout. Dang, there's like one other person in there, but that's not bad compared to most nights.